Hello, hello, Leo. Welcome to your September 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Leo. And while I am pulling these oracle cards, go ahead, check in with your body, feel in if there's anything that you want to come up today or any answers that you're needing. Just go ahead and check in, set your intention. Feel any aches or pains that you have today, any points of frustration. Just send it a little bit of love and attention so that it can shift for you throughout this reading. All right, deep breath into the diaphragm. First thing coming up for Leo is conclusions are lethal. So do not jump to any conclusions this month. Do not accept anything if it's an assumption. It's something that you want to lead with skepticism, especially around your own thoughts and ideas. And that's okay. It's actually liberating, because what it's showing you, if you don't actually know if what you think is true or the only way, that's not a place for you to get stuck or feel incompetent. It's actually something that you actually have mental plasticity if you lead with that. So it's not a bad thing. It's just about checking yourself if you're already dress rehearsing tragedy. You know, that's kind of what can happen if you have a lot of Leo energy or significant Leo placements. Just check yourself on that. Really focus on, okay, even if you do kind of have to play it out in your head, know that it's just a thought. Thoughts don't manifest. What you embody manifests, okay? So the word of the month for you, and remember, these cards have one word and then 3 phrases that go along with it. So for you, we have friction. Receive the gift in the conflict. Empathize with an opposing viewpoint. Remember that when rough surfaces rub together enough, the final result is smoother. Friction is also the way that you are able to solve problems. You have to have friction in order to innovate. So this is not a bad thing by any means. This is actually pointing to you growing a lot in September, and I'm only 2 cards in. So I am seeing this as being a good thing. Okay, and the animal for you is crocodile. Patience is going to be a big one for you. Think about, you know, how crocodiles eat. You know how they sit with their mouths open and just wait for things to come along, and they're really still and they don't make a move, and they wait and they wait and they wait. That's kind of the advice that's coming from this, is be patient. Wait. You don't have to do everything all at the same time. You don't have to make impulsive decisions. You don't have to do things that are outside of your limitations right now. That's not always the right move. So just wait. And then this is a relationship card. So this is for platonic, romantic relationships, whether you're in partnership or not. It'll apply both ways. We have wait and see. What I tell you with this patience stuff. Okay. Thoughts love to wander into assumptions and race ahead into the future, but what if you told them to cool their jets and chill a sec? Today, you get to put your mental chatter on pause, to take a breath and simply wait and see how things play out before you let your mind run a marathon of imagined scenarios. Wait, and you'll see that waiting and seeing is a lot more productive than wondering and worrying. Insert audible sigh of relief here. Okay, so it really is this idea. Don't jump to any conclusions. Wait, pause. You don't have to make a move yet. You don't have to do anything, whether that be about relationships or something else. Across the board, the conflict and the point of not knowing is the gift. That is the gift that you have within all of these scenarios and situations that you have come up in September. Okay. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that this is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs spread that I did a few months ago. And the way that this works is I'm going to be starting with the bottom row. This is your needs. So these are like your resources, food, water, money, shelter, those types of basic resources and the foundation that you're building off of. So first thing that's coming up is the Queen of Shells. Taking really good care of yourself is going to help resources come in faster. So this is leaning on self-care and investing in yourself. This can look like alone time. It can look like a massage. It can look like hanging out with friends. Remember, this is not something grandiose. That it's not the right time to make massive life-changing decisions in September. That's something that you want to construct in September, but not take action on. So you kind of want to bring it back to yourself. And that's leading with your desires, leading with what you want, leading with what feels good, right, and true for you. And then making sure that you're coming from a point of nourishment, like what is supportive of your health. That's really what you can do in September for yourself. Then we also have the Queen of Rocks. Okay, so this is the Queen of Pentacles in a normal deck. Really great in terms of money. It seems like you have the stability, and this stability is the most important piece for you. So that is really what's going to help you navigate through September. I would say even through the rest of the year, is just by having that consistency popping up in your resources so that you can kind of make your next moves. Because this is all foundational. It's like, this is the most basic necessity, this row, and then they become less and less necessary as we move up. This is more like idyllic. This is, you gotta have this. Okay, so then we also have the King of Shells. Holy crap. Okay, so we now have 2 queens and a king, and this is, again, communicating what you need, what you desire, what you want, what feels good, and really showing yourself a lot of care, love, time, and attention is the best course of action. Okay, let's see what else is showing up for you. We have the Sun, vitality, vibrance. You look set. Foundation looks super set. Money, personal resources of any kind. So think your housing situation, your, even with hiccups, it looks like this is showing you that you have so much going on there already that it's actually really stable. So use this to your advantage right now. And just be still, because you have all of this and you can like really stock up your energy. Now, this next row is relationships, familial, platonic, and romantic. It's just anything regarding community and love relationships. So first thing we have is the Chariot, forward movement, progression, whatever you're after. So this could show up in a whole bunch of different ways for you, but the key thing here is, what do you want? Right? This is more about what you're setting your sights on, what you're setting your vision on, and then making that happen. We also have the Hermit. So it might be a little bit quiet for you in September, like things are dying down a little bit, and that's okay. I think that this is calling you back to focus on yourself, focus on what you want, and the using your resources to take really good care of yourself is ideal. And I think that introspection is kind of coming up right now. So again, that's kind of why you don't want to come to any conclusions. You don't want to make any like massive decisions unless this has been something that you've mapped out far, far in advance. Not a good month to be impulsive. Okay, and then we also have the Ace of Rocks, Ace of Pentacles in a normal deck. This is really about, I'm seeing like a new dawn, a new journey, a new point of initiation. I'm going to clarify this and see what exactly is the Ace of Rocks about. Knight of Coins. So it looks like the focus here is consistency and stability. that's what is going to, it's kind of like that's the goal. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of willy-nilly, half-baked relationships. It's like really wanting things to be consistent. The only way you're going to be able to identify what it is that you want long-term is by turning towards yourself and reorienting your perspective to focus on what you want, what you desire, what you need. And then through that is how you're going to be able to see what's matching you energetically. Okay, so you can get started on that, but remember, it starts with you taking care of yourself. Now, here we have career, ambition, success. This is like any passions that you have. We have the Magician. So manifesting this is something that you're really able to make happen in September. I think that things are building. Again, even if you can't see it, it is taking place, and it might take some time. So you have to be patient with it. It's not overnight. It's through consistency. It's through seeing the big picture and, allowing the friction again to guide you and help you navigate whatever situations are coming up. So all in all, this is a good month. It's like if you're getting up to here and it looks solid, then this is all like pleasure-based stuff. This is like ideal. So let's see what else is coming up. We have the High Priestess. You know what it is that you want to do. You know what it is that you need, what you want long term. And I think that just listening to your intuition around career-based stuff, passion-based stuff, I think that that's gonna guide you a lot. This has been coming up quite a bit in September, where if you get a nudge, follow it. If you get an urge to go to that party or talk to that stranger or things like that are really what are going to take you to the next level. That's how the manifestations are going to come through. So this is actually about moving forward, not necessarily looking at, how do I put this? I want to clarify this really quick so I don't speak out of turn. I want to make sure I'm interpreting it right. So for the High Priestess, Nine of Wands. So think about who you admire. That's what I was trying to put my finger on. Lean towards people that have something that you want, right? It's kind of like you don't want to take health advice from somebody who's a heavy smoker, drinker, doesn't exercise, and eats a pint of Ben & Jerry's every day. Not the person to go to for health insight. But what you can, so you just want to kind of focus on, okay, who has what I want? Who do I take seriously? Who do I admire? And those are going to give you clues as to who you want to reach out to, who you want to connect with. Okay? So then this is self-actualization. We have the Queen of Feathers, independence, freedom, being on your own. I think that that's kind of the ideal, is having freedom and autonomy with all the other stuff. I am seeing that the majority of the action happening here. It's career, passion-based, whatever you've decided your purpose is. Remember, purpose isn't something that finds you. I know people hate me when I say that, but you decide what your purpose is. Nobody is going to hand it to you. Some people, it does fall in their lap. It is a little bit easier to find, but for a lot of people, it is something that has to be declared. It has to be explored and just witnessed and acknowledged. So it's all about owning this. And then I think that there's a little bit more fluidity in terms of the outcome. So that's kind of what the Queen of Feathers is showing up as. Okay. So now let's go into the timeline. First, second, third, and fourth quarter, that's where you're going to end September. So first thing coming up is the Four of Crystals, control, security. Remember, impulsivity is not going to work this month. It's kind of like be consistent, stay grounded, stay in your body, do things that are going to help you continue the foundation. It's like this isn't really an action-oriented month for you. This is more about taking care of yourself, staying grounded, using introspection to push you forward, initiating where feels good, but not doing anything radical. You don't want to uproot your life and create chaos this month. I think you have too much good stuff going on where you can actually focus on manifesting, and that's where the majority of your energy can go so that this month works for you. Second quarter, the world, celebration, fulfillment, getting things that you desire. This is really about things coming together for you. I am seeing this as you getting a lot of clarity about what's coming up, kind of like what's on the horizon for you. I think you're beginning to really see it come together. And then third quarter, we have the Seven of Feathers, preparation, resourcefulness. Remember, September is a prep month. It really is like taking time, contemplating, working through what you already have going on, waiting and seeing, and just being resourceful with what you have, being mindful with the actions that you're taking, and being deliberate with how you're investing your energy into things. Where are you putting your focus? Like, what do you want to grow? Become tunnel vision on the area of your life that you want to see grow. And then fourth quarter, we have the King of Feathers, logic, justice. So this is being really level-headed. That is the best course of action for you. Staying level-headed. Again, priorities are going to make a big difference this month. If you lack if you're not prioritizing anything, if you're kind of lacking that structure, that's the first place that I would go to so that you can see what it is that you want to move forward with. All in all, it looks like a really solid month for you. So just slow down, go slow this month. All right, 3-card pick. Select a card that works for you, that feels good for you. You can pick as many or as few cards as you'd like. Go ahead, you can pause the video if you need a moment. Okay, card number 1. The Director. Man, there are so many signs that have had this as the first card. Okay. So the Director is about you really being the master of your life, you taking control of the things that you can control. So remember, the choices that you make have consequences. It's kind of like, even though I have sessions with people all the time and I get paid to give advice and explain like, okay, this is what looks like the best option, a lot of people don't listen to me and just decide to touch the hot stove. You have the ability to do that, but remember, every action has a consequence. So if you're making decisions that don't feel good, that don't feel right, that is your choice. If you are doing things that do make you feel good, that do make you feel empowered, that do make you feel aligned, that is also your choice. You have autonomy and agency over this experience. And at the end of the day, this is your call, guys. This is your decisions. This is your process. This is your healing. These are your decisions. So you do what you want with this information, right? This is all up to you. And that's what the Director is reminding you, is that what you decide is going to have an impact later on. So it's just about keeping that in mind. card number 2, we have the High Priestess, really noticing your intuition. Now, I want to remind all of you, intuition is different from fear. Intuition is different from dysfunction. Intuition is neutral. So it's kind of like if you're getting this intuition that you're like chronically worried or chronically wanting to manage somebody because you think something bad's going to happen, that's actually not coming from a place of intuition most of the time. It's coming from a place of assuming responsibility for other people, or trying to manage the outcome, which is never a good idea. So make sure that you're kind of trying to discern what your intuition is and then what is other emotions, old baggage, old responsibilities, old ways of being. It's just about sifting through those two things. And then thirdly, we have the Rider. This is remembering that you are creating your experience. I understand that people have an easier time saying, no, this is being done to me. And while that can be an experience that we have, there is also a great deal of construction that you have in the bigger picture, in the larger experience that you're having. So remember, it is disempowering to stay in a victim situation or setting yourself up for getting hurt, or it's just about putting yourself in a position that's going to be more empowered. That's going to serve you better than just saying, no, I don't have any control. Things are just happening to me. That's going to remove all your power, and it's going to feel like everything's falling apart. So just remember which side are you sitting on with that, okay? So that's all that I have for you today. I hope this reading was as enjoyable for you as it was for me. And have a lovely September, Leo. Thank you so much. I absolutely appreciate you. And until next time, good luck with everything, and I will talk to you later. Bye.